I swear one of these days I'm going to get that right. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Happy Monday. So I have to tell you, Nikki, I woke up this morning and I was like, yes, glass.
I,
I
I
love
look
Mondays
forward to this.
now.
I do too. I look forward to this sale so much now. I really, really do. Oh, hey, Nancy. What's the hello to
Hi,
people?
Peggy. Brittany,
Hello.
Helen. Hello, everyone.
Okay, awesome. I will check. Hey, Helen, how you doing?
I'm going to be
No
on
throwing
Helen's
scissors.
tonight.
I know, I saw it. I have to tune into that. And Helen, no throwing scissors. Throwing scissors isn't nice.
Yes. It's very bad, Helen.
It is. And I
Oh,
totally think, Helen, you should post that picture of how that beautifully wrapped that vase was on Instagram. Everybody to love it.
hi, Linda.
You have class, Helen. You totally have class.
We love you, Helen.
Yes. No, Linda, I want to
Hi,
be just like Helen when
Cass.
I grow up.
Hello,
I do.
Sheila.
How is everyone doing this Monday? Besides,
Hi,
probably if you live on the
Sharon.
East Coast, chilly and still getting over the snow.
We were supposed to get snow this morning, and it's just kind of nasty cold rain so far. So, yeah.
3 inches of snow on April 3rd, yesterday. April
That's no
3rd.
good.
When you live
No
on the
good.
East Coast, that's usually when, if you're renting, that's usually when landlords can turn off the heat, is usually sometimes around April 1st. Not a good time to turn off
Mm-hmm.
the heat right now on the East Coast because it's barely nudging 40 degrees right now. It was like I said, 5 inches. Ooh, Linda, that's a lot. I
Yeah.
thought I had it bad. And like I said, I would have been fine with it had it been January because it was very pretty. But it's April.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
April, people.
I want April weather.
Yes. I don't mind if it rains. That's fine. It can
I want
rain.
warm rain. I want to see green. I want things. I Michelle keeps posting pictures of things grow. I'm like, nothing is growing here. Nothing.
No, I know. My irises
Is
look
she in
like
like
this.
some pocket Eden?
She might be. She might. Well, she is further south of us, of me, and she's a little bit closer to the water. So that does help say that. Ugh. I know. Sometimes I know. So many years we've had snow here in the east, where it's been late into April and even May sometimes, where we've still had snow. I remember one year we still had snow on the ground in June because it had snowed that much. It snowed that much.
We're supposed to have rain today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, but tomorrow's supposed to be warmer than today, and Wednesday's supposed to be warmer than Tuesday. So I'll take it. And maybe the rain will make things grow.
Oh, I know, because I was so excited. I did the planting thing with all those. Most of them I'd gotten from you and Barbie, the little containers, and I was planting, and I was so excited to get ready to go outside and start, hacking back stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not happening for another couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
Not happening.
No. Oh, Eastern red buds. That sounds pretty.
Hi,
Hey,
Angela.
Angela, how you
Did I
doing?
get these earrings from Angela? I cannot remember where I get things from. The
I know.
chandeliers.
Um,
You have to let
I
me know,
remember you
Angela.
getting them. I do remember you getting them.
Yeah. It's my first day wearing. I didn't realize they turn like disco balls. Like,
Oh, that's
they're
cool.
so fun.
Oh, is everyone over the haze?
Yes.
Oh, she said
Angela says
yes. All
yes.
right. Is everyone over the haze of last week? Because we were all in a funk last week with brain fog and just exhaustion and weirdness. I hope everyone's got haven't this week. Hopefully this week is better than last week. And hopefully
Yes.
next week is better than this week. And we all progress forward that way, all nice and lovely. Fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
We get to go outside and we get to do things. That would be nice.
Yes. That would be very, very nice.
Although I fully admit I am a homebody. I'm very happy in my little bubble, but it would be nice to, I don't know. Oh, which I am in May. Any of you who do
Hi,
live in New
Kim.
England, Hey, any of you who live in New England, I will be heading up there for Brimfield, the opening up of Brimfield for a week. So stop on by there. It'll be a lot of fun. Going to meet up with New England Thrifter and Dust Not Included,
Oh my
and
goodness, you're
a
gonna have
few other
such
people.
a good time. I'm so jealous.
I'm so looking forward.
So
You're
fun.
not. You might be the next one to do. I might end up by going to Ohio, and that way it's not. It's almost the same distance. Almost, not quite. So it's one thing off my bucket list. The second one is I want to do the junk jaunt in September in Nebraska. That would be fun too, because there's nothing in Nebraska. I'm sorry if you all live in Nebraska. I've been there.
Well, we here in Ohio have that great big
Yeah.
flea market antique thing that a lot of the resellers met up at last year. So I'm hoping to make it this year at the end of summer to that.
Yeah, that one was huge. I remember watching a lot of the other resellers getting some like, what is that stuff? So
Yeah, they came to Ohio and bought up all the good stuff. That's not okay. This is my state.
They stole it from me. Wine slushies. I'm gonna try that, Helen. I will totally try a wine slush. Food and I don't get along, but
because I had to do green since there's no green outside yet.
Claudia is forcing Mother Nature lately to come up with spring. Her spring looks are just fantastic.
I know yesterday it was all pink and pastels for spring and Easter, and today I'm green. Let's have some green out there.
Hey, Delbert, how you doing?
Hi, Delbert.
Oh, and I'm hungry, so I'm
right? I think it's Springfield, Kim.
Yes, because when people said Springfield at first, I thought they meant Springfield, Mass, because that's like the only Springfield I know, and then I realized it was one in Ohio, so I was like, oh, well, never mind, I'm not going to count that.
It's Ohio.
Ohio. Hey,
Hello, Sherry.
And guys, I'm sorry if you hear my stomach growling. I am a little peckish this morning. I am not going to lie. I get a cheese bagel calling my name when I'm done. Oh, you know how yesterday we were talking about candy? We were talking about Easter candy, and I said I love Cadbury eggs. Well, I came out after the show, and there was a package of Cadbury eggs sitting on the table waiting for me. John bought me Cadbury eggs. It was so
sweet. The best.
That's so sweet.
That's wonderful.
But while we're thinking about it, since people are still wandering in, I'm going to let Claudia go first and tell you what she has coming up, because I know she's super busy this week.
Yes, I am. So tonight, and I don't even know what time. What time
I think it's at 7.
7?
I think it's at 7.
On New England Thrifters channel. Every Monday night she does an unboxing and a mystery box sale. So I'm going to be on there doing a mystery box and showing a super cool thing that I got from Geneva, Dirt Road Memories, this last week. And Wednesday morning, have a regular sale, 10 a.m. Grab your coffee and hang out with me. That's Eastern time. And then Thursday night is my spring cleaning sale. Everything's going to start at $5. Everything. So super busy this week.
Yes.
Because I've already had 2 sales. I had Saturday night, which I don't normally have. And then I had sale yesterday. So
very busy. I just have the one. I have one more show tomorrow, and because my normal OG partner totally dissed me and didn't tell me she was going away. She left. I'm just kidding. She's been super, super busy, and I know she's got family stuff that she's working on. So she was just like a little brain fried. So I scrambled, and tomorrow night at 6:30, I'm gonna have John from Vintage Viking Treasure Woods. Even I can't.
But you had to go really far to find that.
I did. I had to go really far. I had to twist his arm a little too. So it's the first time just him and I are going to be doing a sale. So this will be fun. And it's a wild card sale. So there'll be stuff on clearance. There'll be similar to what you do with the spring cleaning. Like we're getting rid of this stuff, the spring clearance kind of thing. But there'll also be, I'm going to sell some of my artwork. And then he's got some really cool stuff to sell too. So it's going to be like all over the place.
I'm excited for that one.
Oh, let's see how it goes.
I think it's gonna be lots of fun.
I hope so. So that'll be 6:30 tomorrow night on my channel, and that's the last sale I have for this week. I'm very happy with my new schedule. I do take outside, can you come on my show? Absolutely, I could do that. But very happy having my couple of days off. It's all about balance. Yeah, I know. Can you believe it, Helen? You agreed to be on.
Yes, Peggy, there's a
Oh,
Springfield in almost every
yeah,
city. Just like
I
almost
didn't
every city
realize
has a
that.
Main Street.
Yeah,
Main Street.
Main Street, Broadway, First Street, Oak Street. Yes, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. So that's what we have coming up. Today you're here for foreign glass. I did find a lot of unusual places you didn't know maybe made glass, companies that didn't make glass, and we'll go through it. And what I'm going to do with most of it, not all of it, is hey Larry, is go through it when I show the piece, because I decided to pick a few pieces that you're like, what is that? I don't know what that is. I originally thought I was going to get a hold of some chalet glass. The person I usually get chalet glass from didn't have any this time around. So I will give you a quick rundown and show you some pictures on the chalet glass, because I have a book. This is a great book if any of you don't have it. This is Mid-Century Modern Glass
I want
in
that
America.
book. I want
This
it.
is a great book. It's by Dean Six with Paul Eastwood. So it has some fabulous stuff in it. So chalet glass is actually an offshoot, in a weird way, of Murano. So there's some pictures of
Make
chalet
yourself
glass.
big so people can see it.
Oh, I will make
And
myself.
I'll be right back.
That is probably a good idea, right? There we go. All right, here we go. So here is pictures from their catalog in the 60s, and it looks a lot like Murano glass. It's because for the most part, it is very, very similar. It was started by 3 Italians, Paganini and 2 Tescadero brothers, like Penny Tescadero, kind of similar, in 1958, and it was actually in Canada, in Montreal, and a fire destroyed it, and they moved. So in the 60s, they renamed it to Chalet. And initially, they just did blown glass in the Venetian style, and then somebody else took it over, and it went into more form as opposed to function. So if you see chalet glass, totally pick it up, because they went bankrupt in 1975, and chalet glass is not thick on the ground. I will say that. So it is some really, really pretty glass. It is often confused for Murano glass because 3 guys came from Murano, Italy, to open a studio in Canada, which is really cool when you think about it. So I'm going to start selling. I don't have any chalet glass today, but I do have some interesting pieces. This first one I have not been able to identify. Hey, how you doing, Chicago lady? This is a piece of blue cobalt. It is a vase. It is lovely, lovely, lovely in its color and its style. Now, I have tried, and I'm going to drop the links in the chat for where I looked. There is a sticker here on the bottom that has seen better days, and I cannot make out what it says. It is red and silver, and still can't quite make it out. It looks like on the bottom that it has an E and an L and an A, but I am not sure. But it has a super highly polished bottom, which is why I started with chalet glass, because this does give me some of the vibes of Italian glass in general. Not saying it's Murano, but Italian glass in general, because of the super polished bottom. And it is, I swear, guys, my undo is coming tomorrow. I'll get rid of the rest of the stickers. A week and a half I've been waiting for my undo.
You keep saying that.
Oh my Lord. And I thought it was going to be here today, and it's not. So, you know, this piece I could not identify. But like I said, I was leaning towards an Italian made glass. Height wise, it is 6 inches. So we get 6 inches tall, and the color in this is just gorgeous. There are no condition issues. I'm taking a really good look at it now. And if you're just this, I know this was really popular in the 90s, the cobalt, but this is definitely older than that. If you see that, look at the shape of the price sticker. I'm trying to get it to focus. I can't even read that because this has been on so many people's tables, apparently. But if you're interested in the cobalt glass vase, it will be $20, number 94. $20, number 94. And I will tell you, it is a heavier piece of glass. It is thick, and it is definitely a heavier piece of glass. I'm assuming it probably was hand blown just because of this really smooth, polished bottom on that. So that is the first one. And I will do a second one here. Haley
Hello, everyone
Ann.
that just came in. Hello.
And it is a gorgeous blue, Kathy, yes. Now you've all seen these before. These are the little candy. They would have a little lid on top of them, and it has a little shallow dish. I have not seen one in the shape of a hat, and a military hat at that, which is really cool.
Love it.
It's so neat. I'm going to say, I'm trying to get it to focus. It's not working. It is an eagle, like almost like the American seal. Hey, Julia, nice to see you. So it is, I'm going to say it's more like an army hat as opposed to, it's probably just a military hat to celebrate, but it does have little buttons. It has the same insignia there. And 9 times out of 10, these were made by Boyd, although there is no marking on the bottom of it. But a lot of times these were made by Boyd. And I thought it was different if you collect these little things. It was actually really cute. You can put a tea light in there. Do I have one handy? I might. Oh, look at that, I do. And the tea lights will fit perfectly in there. So maybe you're a military family. Maybe you were a Navy brat. Maybe you were an Army brat. My mom was a Navy brat. Don't want to break my fence now. So if you're interested in the little dish, the little cap, it will be $10, number 81. $10, number 81 on that one. And those are my 2. I'm going to pull over Claudia, and I'll pop in those identification links for you guys.
Hello. So I have to tell you guys something. And this is why we ask for your information.
I totally forgot to do that spiel too.
I bought something from Bridget last week, the Baker's Daughters LLC. And I bought some poodles from her. And she has sent me things before, but I didn't realize I'd never purchased from her. So she did not have my PayPal email. So I did not get my invoice. So this is how easy it is to forget. So if you purchase from me and you have never purchased before, please, please, please send me your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and your PayPal email. I do ask that you type out your PayPal email because I will tell you why. This was my second mistake last week. I had somebody who just typed in email is the same as the one I sent this from. So I go look at the email and completely screw it up when I type it into PayPal. Because if you type it all out for us, we just copy and paste. So there aren't any mistakes because my cat is being very bad right now.
I was just going to say, that was a cat, wasn't it?
Yes. He just knocked glass off of a shelf out there because I won't let him in here where he wants to knock glass off shelves in here. So I had to go look at it because when it's up on Gmail, when it's up there, in the, just as the address it came from, you can't copy and paste that. So I can copy and paste it if it's actually typed out into the email, but you can't copy and paste from up there in the header. Screwed it up totally. Could not figure out why the person wasn't paying when I knew that they were a person who frequently bought and paid others. So yeah, totally screwed that up. So if you could please type all of that information out when you send your information to all of your sellers. And don't forget, if you've moved, to send your new address. Or if you've had to update your PayPal and change your PayPal email, we need that info too. So just wanted to go over the info because I screwed up things last week. Still can't get over not sending Bridget my PayPal email.
And listen, it happens to all of us. We've all done it at least once. We're like, oh crap, we're so sorry. So we understand that it does get lost in the shuffle sometimes.
Yep. And I ship from Ohio. I invoice on the weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are my invoicing days. And then I expect payment within 48 hours. If you get it paid before Monday, it will ship out Monday. But with price of gas, I'm only going to the post office once a week right now. So if you don't get it paid before that, then it'll be the next week. Although if there is something like you purchase something for a gift or something and you need it right away, absolutely email me. I'm willing to work with you. It's not that's not set in stone that it just works out better that way. So just wanted to let you know all of that. Yes, Leanne, there is a lot to remember. Yeah. Okay. I'm reading the chat. All right. I did not have a lot of luck finding pieces of glass from other countries, except for this beautiful piece.
This is gorgeous.
So this does still have its original sticker. It is Princess House, Czech Republic. And it has this beautiful half flower design on the front and on the back. I don't think it was ever used. It doesn't have any of the chipping that a lot of times these glass stoppers get.
Yes, they do.
And for it to still have its sticker in perfect condition. But the back is smooth on the stopper. The front has this fan pattern. So let me tell you how tall it is. It's just beautiful. And hashtag bring back the clear glass.
I have a lot of clear glass today.
6¼ inches. And you know, when we talk about clear glass, I think a lot of people are just like, you know, a plain, just, I don't even have a piece, but just like a drinking cup. The thing about clear glass is the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful patterns in them. So when I'm looking at clear glass, I'm only going to pick it up if it's got some amazing, beautiful pattern in it. So it has this really, really pretty pattern in it. And then even the pattern here on the stopper, which I just love. I love all of it. It is crystal. Let me see the percentage. 24% lead crystal. So for the Princess House Czech Republic perfume bottle, it is $20, number 19. $20, number 19.
And Czech glass is the next one up on the list of explaining.
Although it's not for sale, I did bring in one of my Empoli bottles since we were talking about glass from other regions. Isn't that beautiful? I love it.
I love the color of that one.
Yeah.
That's the one I want. I want one that color.
That teal is something.
That teal peacocky
The
color.
reason it's not for sale, because these go for like 120 to 180.
Oh, yeah.
But you see the broken.
Oh, yeah. I'd still take it.
Since it's only on the back, it displays beautifully.
Yes.
But I thought I'd bring a piece of Empoli glass. Show you guys. Ooh, a colored potion.
That would be nice. Like, I do that with my mouthwash.
He's mad today, Peg, because I got up and did stuff. And he likes to sit on my lap for like 2 hours every morning, napping. And he's mad because I got up. So now he's just trying to break stuff.
We'll see you later, Julia. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks, Julia. What do you feel bad about, Leanne? I just saw your comment. Maybe you didn't put your email in, but it wasn't you who I screwed up. It's not. I screwed up someone else's. All right. So my next bowl, also blue. Look at this pretty pattern on it.
Oh.
I have no idea who made it.
It looks so similar.
Yeah, I could not figure out anything about it. It does have this really pretty swirl pattern on it.
Yeah.
So beautiful blue. It is like larger than an ice cream bowl, although this would be a Daniel ice cream bowl.
That would be a Daniel ice cream bowl.
And my brother, when he was a teenager, this would be his ice cream bowl. Actually, my boys too. My youngest loves ice cream, but it's bigger than that. Like it would make a nice serving bowl if you were going to put vegetables in here to put on the table, or lots and lots of jelly beans, right, Angela? Jelly beans.
Oh, yes.
So this really, really pretty blue bowl is 3 inches tall, but it is 6.5 inches across. So it's a really good size. And I wouldn't call it cobalt. It's just a bit lighter than cobalt blue, because this isn't for, no, but that's a little bit darker. Not for sale today. I have a candle holder somewhere I just washed up that is cobalt blue. I think this is just a tad bit lighter than that.
Yeah.
So for this really pretty bowl, it is going to be $9, number 3. $9, number 3, and that's my due.
Hello, Miss Padoodles.
Hi, Miss Pat.
You. And I put Claudia's link in the channel. Please sub her. She is quickly skyrocketing her way to 500. We're hoping to get her to 500.
And if you're not subscribed to Nikki, she's this close to 400.
I am. I'm really close. I'm super, super close. I'm at 394, so I'm very, very close to 400. So I did forget to mention my rules when we started off, because I was in like education role. So I invoice every Wednesday, that being day after tomorrow. And if I don't have your info, I cannot invoice you. And I'm no longer hunting people down for their info, because I found that recently the info is not coming. It's like the telephone game. It's not coming across the way it should. And it takes a lot of time on my end, and stuff gets lost in translation. So there'll be transposed numbers. If I get it from you, I know it's right. Yeah. And then even then, like in the beginning, Claudia and I were joking about it beforehand. I sent out my wrong zip code to everybody in the beginning, because I couldn't remember my damn zip code because I had moved. So, I mean, stuff like that happens. So I invoice every Wednesday. Usually I have your invoices in your mailbox by about 3 o'clock. So please check for them. And then I ship now every Monday. So if you are not paid by the time I slap labels on Sunday night, your package is not going out. So just letting you know that. So please email us both your information if we don't already have it. And we'll tell you if we see a name that we haven't seen before. We'll be like, I don't think I have your information. And we'll let you guys know, just to give you a quick reminder. You can open up another tab, email it over to us super duper quick. It takes no time at all. All right. If you're here and you're wondering and you see something and we have it at a flat price and you think it should be an offer up, scream at us. We'll throw it up there as an offer up too. Okay. Those are pretty much the thin rules. I do have the 5-minute subscribe rule. That is to protect the chat and my channel post and Claudia's channel, so that we don't get dinged by anything we shouldn't get dinged by. So the bots that roam around, you definitely don't want to be people right now. Do not click on anything you do not know what it is.
Don't click on links. Don't do that.
Nothing that you don't know what it is.
Unless one of us put it in there.
Yep. Nothing that you don't know what it is. Whether it be here or in your personal life, either. If you happen to see something that pops up on Instagram and you're curious, don't do it. Just don't do it, because you never know what's going to happen.
And you did not win an iPhone.
No, so I got 2 of those last week. You won an iPhone.
I got one last week. I won an iPhone. No,
from Russia.
I didn't.
From Russia. I didn't win no iPhone from Russia. iPhone's not even selling in Russia right now, is what I'm saying. So don't do that. So that's one reason for the rule. The other reason for the 5-minute subscriber is it keeps out anybody who's a troll, any of that, hey, how you doing, Jen? Any of that silliness too. It keeps that.
Because this is a safe space where we just want to have fun and look at beautiful things.
Yes. That is very important. I want this to be safe for you guys to be able to talk about anything you want to talk about, So that being said, those are the rules. So Claudia just showed you a piece of Czech. I'm going to show you a piece of Czech/Bohemian glass. It was actually produced in the regions of Bohemia and Silesia, which is now modern day Czech Republic. It is hand cut, engraved, blown, painted, decorative, where there are ranges from champagne flutes all the way, and I really want to see one of these, chandeliers. Who wouldn't love to see a Czech or Bohemian chandelier? I would love to see that. Just saying. I do have, and I didn't bring it in here, a piece from 1925. That is Bohemian glass, hand painted, that was gifted to John's great grandparents when they got married. And it is a little cordial set. So it's got a bottle and then 2 little tiny cordial. It's adorable. It's one of our prized possessions, being that it's almost 100 years old now and it looks perfect, because all it's done is lived in a china cabinet its whole life. They still are. The Czech Republic is still home to many glass studios and schools where they actually have people from all over the world go to try to learn this glass. Now, it is really the primary colors and enamel on them are amber green, cobalt, light blue, pink, and red. You've seen them, the stuff that we kind of sometimes call cut to clear. It is 2 layers of glass. So it's not flashed. It's 2 layers of glass that they press together, and then they melt them, and the primary layer is clear, and the secondary inner layer is colored. So when they cut through it, it lets you see that shine through. And I guess you can tell really good stuff if you have a really good magnifying glass or microscope. You can see the cuts in it. I don't have a good one of those. I'm not that picky. If it looks pretty, hey. But I found out from doing the research that the crystal glassware that they have, now I have to find some, is best for serving whiskey, scotch, or brandy. So I guess it's something in the crystal itself or in the glass itself. Their green is lovely, yes. That makes it really, I guess it shows off the liquid, I guess, with inside. So if you have a really good 10-year-old scotch or something like that, 20-year-old scotch, you should be drinking it, not in a plastic cup or a solo cup. You should be drinking it in a piece of Czech glass, is all I'm saying. So here's my piece. It is an amber, and it's a deep amber color. And it's got lovely little etching bits around the side there. So it is etched, and you can feel the difference in the glass. It has a gold rim on the top. And this is a mid-century piece for sure with the color. I love the ball on the bottom. It does have its emberness all right in there on the bottom. So you can kind of see what it is. I want to say it almost reminds me of a beer bottle or root beer color amber. It's just a really lovely little piece of amber. And it is this tall. This tall. It's just a lovely little piece. I suppose you could drink out of this. I don't know if I would, but you could. I'm guessing this would look gorgeous in the sunlight. And I love the florals that are around the sides that are etched in, and it fades. That's how you can tell it's cut, because it fades in, and I'm not going to get it to show up. When you see it in person, the cuts have this light halo around the outside too. Pretty. I know. Bohemian glass is really pretty.
I fell in love with this in your preview.
I love this piece. It's so different. So if you're interested, it'll be $14, number 87. $14, number 87 on the Czech glass. And then the other, I have a couple of different pieces of glass that I pulled up. Who knew that Royal Copenhagen made glass? I didn't know Royal Copenhagen made glass, right? Royal Copenhagen.
I screwed that up when I put it in the
That's okay. Royal Copenhagen made glass. So here is their label. I'm going to try to get it to stick out. So it has a crown and 3 waves underneath. And like I said earlier on, I put links to identifying certain foreign glass makers, which is really cool. This one wasn't one of them, but that's okay. So this is a crystal.
Ooh.
Crystal vase. It does have a tiny little, and I didn't realize it. I mean, small flea bite right there by my nail. Right there. Now, they started making porcelain in 1775 under the protection of the Danish Dowager Queen, Juliana Marie. And its parent company, believe it or not now, Royal Copenhagen's parent company is Fiskars. The scissor people. The scissor people now own, I don't know.
Wow, isn't that funny?
Go figure. So they have that unique food. Now, we've all seen it, the plates and the Bing and Groll, which is now part of their subsidiary as well. The Christmas plates that are the blue and white, they have a very distinctive blue and white pottery, which is they use to make cobalt. It's using cobalt zinc silicate, which is a different, I guess, formula, which gives them their signature cobalt blue look. But they did buy some Scandinavian art glass companies, Holmengard, I'm probably massacring that, in 1985, and a couple other things. So they've just been sold off. So finding a piece of Royal Copenhagen glass is not all that common. And if you saw my plankton video, this would be a great thing to pop layers of dirt in, and then a little succulent garden on the top would be very pretty in this. Or you just let it sit out and be its gorgeousness. Fill it with jelly beans. Fill it with sand.
Can you show the top?
Yeah. Fill it with rock.
Oh, look at the shape on it.
It's funky. It reminds me of a big tulip.
Oh,
right?
pretty.
Yes, exactly. Never trust not to unsub. That happens all the time.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
colored sand, absolutely, Nancy. And my fingerprints are all over it. Once again, there, this is its sticker mark. When my undo comes in tomorrow, I will have so much fun taking off all the little sticker things
And thank
and
you,
putting it up
Nancy,
into
for
my
popping
card.
my channel in there. I
Yes,
appreciate
please
that.
sub. So if you're interested in the Royal Copenhagen crystal, it reminds me of a tulip, so it's very interesting. It will be $16 number 90. $16 number 90 for the Royal Copenhagen glass. And those are my two. So we'll move Claudia over.
All right. So I could not identify my next piece of glass, but it's beautiful. So I brought it. It is a very shallow bowl. And it has this bead pattern right here, almost a fleur-de-lis here. Obviously, this opalescence. To me, it looks like and feels like Moser glass, but it is not marked, and I could not find this listed under Moser glass. So I don't know. It is just...
You know, it reminds me of depression glass to a certain extent, and maybe a butter dish at that.
It's the wrong feel.
Is it?
For depression glass, yeah.
Okay, because I know they have in that color, which is very hard to find.
Thicker.
Oh, yeah. It's thicker. All right, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't. That's why it feels like Moser, but it's not. But that beautiful, because I love the bead, because these are little. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, and then the almost fleur-de-lis all the way around. And look how sheer that is. You can see right through it. I don't know. It's just stunning. It's just beautiful. When I picked it up at the antique store, the guy behind the counter ringing me up, this was his booth. And he's like, good luck figuring out what that is, because he couldn't figure it out.
Oh, geez.
I bought a green plate in this exact same pattern and then this blue, very shallow bowl. And I'm keeping the green plate for myself. But the blue up for sale. And it is going to be just $10, number 10. $10, number 10. And then my second item, piece of clear glass. This very pretty. This might be Hazel Atlas. I'm not sure, because you've got all of these hobnails here, but then you've got these teardrops here in between each one of those. So you've got just this really pretty teardrop, raindrop pattern on these. You got these 4 little feet on the bottom.
It reminds me of a sea creature when you hold it upside down.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with clear glass. You want an amazing pattern. This has an amazing pattern. There's no dishwasher damage to it. It's in good shape. So almost 6.5 across. Super, super, super pretty. And it is going to be $8, number 1. $8, number 1. Oh, thanks, Margarita. Which ring?
It is.
The flower with the butterfly or the dragon with the green eyes? And that is mine too.
Very nice. Okay.
And hello, Margarita's sister.
Yes, hello. My last piece of foreign glass. Yeah, my last piece of foreign glass I have is from West Germany. It's West German crystal. Now this is, and I'm going to butcher this too, Anna Hoot, Hutte, Hoot. I don't know. I don't speak German. Now watch me try to say this one because it has its sticker. Bleckenstahl. I'm sure I need more spit to say that appropriately, and I'm sorry. I'm like mastering.
Bye, Julia, and thank you. I'm going to look up Northwood glass.
Yeah, that's a very good point too. Now, which would make it almost an antique, if not an antique, that piece of blue glass, which is awesome. So here is its sticker right here, and it is West German crystal. Now, West German marks are from 1945 to 1990 when the wall fell. We all remember that. This particular company made lead crystal dinnerware, housewares, namely bowls and vases. That's what this is, a 3-footed vase, decanters, and stemware. And some figurines, not a lot though. But lead crystal itself was actually invented in 1675 by a guy named George Ravenscroft when he realized he could put lead oxidized into glass to make it do that lovely noise. This is 24% lead crystal, and I just love the way this looks. It refracts the light so beautifully up close when you see it, and the feet on it are these cute little curlicues, which I think are lovely. I love a good 3-footed bowl. I like them like that. Here's the bottom, and this is in fabulous condition. Now, this company, from what I saw, went defunct in 1993 because they no longer have a pattern, or patent, not pattern, patent. So since they no longer have a patent, I don't think they're making this kind of stuff anymore. They did move to the United States in the 80s, but before that, they were a 200-year company in, I think it's Bavaria, if I'm remembering right, in Bavaria. So this bowl measures across 5.5 inches. So it's 5.5 inches around. And talk about putting your jelly beans in a fancy bowl. Just saying.
That would be super pretty in there.
Oh, and the rainbows that I'm seeing as I look through the glass is fantastic. Crystal is underrated sometimes. Lead crystal is definitely underrated sometimes. So if you're interested in the West German crystal, lead crystal, it's 24% lead crystal. It will be $22, number 85. $22, number 85 for this. And it is really hard to find out information about this one particular company because if it's not in German, it's talking about something completely different that has nothing to do with the glass at all. Okie dokie. My next piece is a piece of Fostoria. This is the coin pattern. I love this little thing. It's just a great, and I can't believe how nice my fingers. I have fat little fingers sometimes. I can't believe my fingers fit through there. It's got a pretty little scalloped edge, and it is a lovely shade of green. This is mid-century modern glass, which we all know and love too. And the handles are very warbly, I'm going to call it, which is different. I kind of dig that they're a little warbly. I love these little, I have these little dishes all over my house for chapstick, my rings, whatever else I feel, a pen cap, whatever else I feel I like throwing in there. And they're just lovely that way. But a candle in here would look nice too. Or I don't even know what its original purpose would be. It's too big for a sugar bowl. I just think it was a function in mid-century glass. It was more form over function. A lot of it was definitely form over function. But I'm sure this was probably like a lemon server or something.
Yeah, probably.
And if you're interested, yeah. Thank you, Nancy. But if you're interested in the Fostoria coin piece, it will be $12, number 99. $12, number 99 on that. It was my one way of looking spring, having some hot pink on the nail. And I'm going to move Miss Claudia over.
All right. My next piece also has some scroll feet on it. Here are the feet. This pale blue. I call this toothpaste blue.
Yes.
Now it has a wonky W in the very center. You're not going to be able to see it, but right there. And so I'm going to go with LG Wright as the company.
Yeah.
Daisy and Button as the pattern. It is just beautiful. No chips, no cracks. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't think there's any chips to the sawtooth edge.
It is a pretty
super
edge.
pretty. But I love the little scroll feet. I love when things have, it's those little details that just really make a piece of glass.
And that's how you know it's well-made glass too. When they don't just stick little feet on it, they actually take the time to do something.
So it's 2 3/4 inches tall. It is 5 inches across. Just like with Nikki's, I mean, I don't know what its purpose was.
Yeah.
Unless it was just a kid. Like, everything's a candy dish. Do people
Yes.
really eat that much candy? Like,
The only
But it
thing I
is-
can think of is that it came in like jars of stuff. So in order to have it, you put it in something smaller. Something I can think of.
absolutely beautiful with its 4 feet. It's this big. It's this really beautiful pale blue, probably LG Right, and it's going to be $15, number 8.
Ooh, an Easter egg. Yes, it does
Yeah,
look like
it
the
does.
bottom of an Easter egg.
It does have
Yeah.
a very egg shape.
Yeah.
Yes, it would look really pretty in Easter displays.
Oh yeah.
And then my next piece is Murano-esque. Like Murano.
That's what I said about my first one. It's like Murano, but it's not Murano.
It is a red vase and it has this sparkly, it is not going to come through in this light, but super sparkly streaks all,
Oh yeah.
oh, there you can see it, all the way through it. Very, very polished pontil. Nice and clean. It is 6 1/4 inches tall. So technically a bud vase, but it's got a nice wide opening there. So you're going to be able to get more in it than like a single flower. It's just so pretty. And it is going to be $12, number 15. $12, number 15, and that is my 2.
Okie. I love the color in that. It's very bold. All right, I lied when I said I did. That was it for my foreign glass. I do have one more piece after this one. Now I have I've seen these before. Is this Avon? I could be wrong, but it kind of feels like Avon. But the sticker on the bottom doesn't look like an Avon, or what was left of the sticker.
I thought Avon always imprinted Avon into
Yeah.
their stuff.
It has something on the bottom that I can't read, but it's a pretty little peach. It has a very pale, I'm going to see if I get it to show up a little bit better. There we go. It is a very, very soft, peachy color, and it is satin glass. It is rather weighty, which is nice. It does have a very flat bottom and a very tall light green stem with a little leaf that even has little
Yeah, it's
ridges.
amazing that leaf is not broken off. That is
I know.
pretty.
The fact that there's nothing wrong with it is kind of amazing. It's just a cute little tiny piece. I liked it because it reminded me of summer, and dagnabbit, I would jump right now into summer. I would. But it's really, really cute and sweet. And I know last year peaches were all over the place for decor last summer. I don't know. So if you're interested in a little satin peach bobble paper weight, there's a word. It'll be $8, number 82. $8, number 82 for the little peach. Are you a Georgia peach? I'm not a huge peach fan though. This is the cutest thing I have ever found. It is a tiny personal butter cloche. So it's a cloche. Let's just call it what it is. So it looks like a little top hat on the inside. So I guess you would put your little scoops of butter in there, and then you would close it up and put it in front of the person. Really nice for when you do your charcuterie boards. If you do like an herbed cheese or an herbed butter, this would be lovely to put it out and display, because we all know those take time to make. This is, now it says Romania, Rumania, not RO. So this is from Romania. It still has its sticker, and I really wish, it is really hard to see this sticker. I had to zoom in times 20 with my back camera to be able to read it, because it's that tiny. Once again, there's a sticker residue. I will work very hard with my undo to get that off. But I thought this had so many different uses. You could use it for food. I told you I had a lot of clear glass today. Or you could use it to display maybe a dried rose that you have. I have a collection of dried roses in their buds that I keep. But I just thought I thought it was very fancy. I love the fancy stuff. And it is this big. This is how teeny
I love it.
It is so teeny. Or a crystal. I don't know if my crystal will fit. Oh, maybe it will. You can put a little crystal in there, put my little crystal in there and show them off. They're just very, very different. I thought it was different. I had to pick it up. And I suppose you could put one of those battery operated tea lights in that too. So if you're interested in the fancy butter cloche, it will be $15, number 97. $15, number 97 on that one. And those are my two.
All right. The next piece, the piece of Heisey glass. I love Heisey glass. They just polished and smoothed everything. And once you've felt a piece of it, you'll know when you find it again. But this one has the H and the diamond in the middle, so you can tell what it is. It's a little bonbon dish with two little handles. It's just beautiful. I love it. This is
and Heisey glass is older. It went defunct in the 50s. So
it is from handle to handle, it's 8 inches, but from the actual bonbon plate, about 6 1/4. It doesn't have any dishwasher damage, but it does have a couple of utensil marks. So it was used for something. I love it. I love it so much.
I like Heisey glass so much.
I know.
And I don't find it often.
No, I do not find it's not. There are a lot of glass companies I find all the time.
Yeah.
No, this is my first piece of Heisey glass. It is only $10, number 11. $10, number 11 for the piece of Heisey glass. So pretty. Then my next item.
It is really clear. Kaz is right. It was like perfectly clear.
That's why I love Heisey glass. Imperial glass. This little basket with the flowers is a perfect spring and summer piece. I love it. It's just a little basket. It has the I within the G, which you're not going to be able to see, but right in the very center. So that's how you know it's imperial glass. It is 5 inches tall to the top of the handle. No chips, no cracks. I think I had...
That's so cute for this time of year too.
Yeah. Yeah, with that flower, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then you got a bow on either side.
And I even love how the handles at the base almost are like egg-shaped.
And you got a little flower right there at the edge of the handle. And they braided the handle up. It's all the little details that just make me love glass so much. So this one is going to be $10, number 13. $10, number 13. Everybody's post office is busy today. But I didn't have to run to the post office today. And that's my two.
Okay. Oh, you got Margarita for number 13.
Thank you, Margarita.
Okay. One of the things they didn't mention about check glass, but I would not do this unless you were 100% certain. It has been touted on their homepage that you can put it in the dishwasher. When Claudia said no dishwasher damage, it reminded me. I'm not 100% certain I would do that. I have some hand-blown Italian lead-free crystal wine glasses that if you sneeze, you're going to break. I don't put those in the dishwasher, and they're dishwasher safe, you know. But it says you can put real check glass in the dishwasher, which is supposed to be a bonus. And when you go and find the stuff they're making now, it costs like orange. Because John looked when I told him he could drink his whiskey out of fancy glasses. He looked. He's like, wow, that's a little pricey. Okay, my next piece is a cubist piece. Now, you've seen these in the fairy lamps with the cubist. This is not marked Homeco. It is not marked anything on the bottom. I know Fostoria did do some cubist work as well. There were a bunch of different companies that did. There's another 3-footed guy. I told you I like my little 3-footed bowls because it keeps the bottom of the glass from getting scratched up. These have dainty little curly cues on them. Not quite as pronounced as the other ones I showed, but it is a nice little baby guy. So this is great for a smaller candle. It's great for whatever you want to put in it.
Jelly
In your
beans.
bathroom. Jelly beans. I'm going to stick on the jelly beans. I have now got to go buy jelly beans. Is all I have to say. I need some
M&Ms.
jelly beans.
M&Ms would look good in there too.
Oh, I'm a Skittles freak myself, although I do love my M&Ms. I am now a Skittles freak. So it's just a tiny little Cubist piece. It could be Homeco, it could be Fostoria, it could be lots of other companies. It
Yeah,
is
Depression
definitely,
Glass had that pattern
yeah.
too.
It's so hard to tell. It could be, more than likely, this is an open sugar bowl. That is just what I'm going to call it. This would also look adorable with a tiny little baby succulent sticking out of it. Okay? Yeah. Oh, Laura, bless you for now having a dishwasher. It was one of the rules when we moved to this house. I need a dishwasher.
Nope,
I lived
I do
without a
not do
dishwasher.
dishwashers either.
Oh,
Nope.
for too long. And I just was like, nope, I need a dishwasher. I need it.
Because every single thing in my kitchen is vintage.
It's vintage, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So everything gets hand washed. Everything that I use
Everything like
daily
that.
is vintage. It all gets hand washed.
That's why the Pyrex that I have is in such good condition because it was my mother-in-law's and they didn't have a dishwasher. So that's why it's in fabulous brand new condition. But if you are interested in the what I'm going to call Cubist Open Sugar Bowl, but lots of other uses for these guys, it'll be $7, number 89. $7, number 89 on this little
Ooh,
cute
I
guy.
would pop one of my color changing
Yeah.
tea lights in it.
I would
That
too.
it would throw that. Oh, that would be pretty.
Because when you look through, you get rainbow prisms, and I love that about clear glass. You don't get that with other glass. I like the clear glass because there's so much you can't do with it. I know people are still poo-pooing it, but clear glass, when done right, is gorgeous. My last piece is my biggest piece. I probably should have brought this a couple weeks ago, but I forgot. So I'm going to hold it way back here.
Oh,
This
so
is
pretty.
12-inch. And they call that a salver plate. I don't know what a salver plate is. It must have been a typo. Salver. No idea what that is.
I have seen that word in like my Victorian romance novels and had no idea what it was describing. Now we know.
Now we know. This is what it is. This is what it's describing. This is a piece of depression glass. Yes, it would look really cute flipped over. This is American Sweetheart pattern by Macbeth Evans, which was only in production from 1930 to 1936.
I love that pattern.
It is very pretty. It is very spring. And talk about being able to come out with like, boom, there's your, thanks to your Christmas dinner or your Easter ham or turkey or whatever you all eat. I don't eat any of it, but whatever y'all eat. It is 12 inches across. Now, this did come in a couple of different colors. It came in blue, pink, and red. And if you can find the blue or the red in this size, it's worth a couple $100. I'm just throwing that out there for you. It's worth a lot of money. And it also did a very, very limited release of their Monacs. And if you've ever seen the Manics, it almost looks like milk glass, like a cross between an opalescent and a milk glass. And the ring of fire on the Monacs is ridiculous. And that was more trimmed along the edges where it would fade out from whatever the color glass was, and then it would fade out. So Macbeth Evans, 1930 to 1936 on this. So 90 years old, 90-year-old piece of glass, no condition issues. I don't even really see that many silverware marks on this, which is kind of amazing considering this stuff was made to use. I mean, there are some, you can see some in the clearer areas, but there's like nothing in the center of this. And you can feel the raised pattern, which I think is really pretty. So if you're interested in the American Sweetheart pattern salver, it'll be $15, number 84. $15, number 84 for the 12-inch serving plate, like we call it nowadays. Down, and that is mine. I'm going to switch over to Claudia.
That is so stunningly beautiful.
I love depression glass.
Okay, so my last two pieces are both going to be $12. This piece, black amethyst. This piece, black glass. And the only way that I could tell that is when I hold it up to the light. This one's opaque. You cannot see through it. When I hold this one up to the light, you can see the ring of purple. So this piece first, let me show you. Little two-handle dish. This is black glass. It is not amethyst. And that was my fingerprints, because I did wash this, but I just put fingerprints on it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not sure of the maker. Honestly, I forgot to research it. And then I was like, oh, I wanted to sell that today. So I'm sorry, I did not research it. It is from handle to handle 8 inches, but the actual bowl part is only 6 inches. And then across 3 3/4 across. So just a little, it's a little serving dish. No chips, no cracks, but it is black glass. And it is $12, number 6. $12, number 6. I love this ribbing that it's got here, and then this ruffle.
Hey, Steph,
edge.
no, this one is black glass. That one's not the amethyst. She has the other one is the amethyst, right?
Yes, the other one is, and I'll show you that one next. I see Margaret for that one. Thank you, Margaret.
Yeah, pink depression. I love the pink depression glass, but when I find the blue, which is very hard to find, that stays with me.
All right, the next one is the amethyst. So this is black amethyst. So you guys can't see it, but when I hold it up to the light, you can see purple through it. So even though it looks black, it is black amethyst. So I've got these really pretty handles with this little bit of detail here. I love that.
Oh, you want to
Not
send
marked.
it to Valerie? Hold on a second. I don't know if you saw that comment. There.
Send to Mallory. Do I? Why does that name sound familiar?
Mallory Adams.
Do you have her info?
Yeah.
Okay. I can get it from Nikki.
Okay. Yeah, just said, yeah, send it to Mallory. Yeah, Mallory loves her black glass too. Oh.
So this one is black amethyst. So it looks black until you shine a light through it, and then you see the purple. And it is from handle to handle 6.5 inches. The actual bowl part 5 3/4. This one stands higher, so 2 1/4 inches high. So here is the size of it. Very, very pretty. And it wasn't marked. I know I've seen the pattern on this handle
I have
before.
too. And I agree with Angela. It looks older. I want to put that in a much older category. Yes.
So this one, $12, number 4 for the black amethyst. $12, number 4. And that's my last piece.
Ooh, that is so nice. I love that. I love black glass when we find it. Do you guys want us to run through things if you haven't seen it? Because maybe you weren't here in the beginning. We can do that. You get Cass the number 4.
Thank you, Cass.
We can run through some of the things in the beginning. Well, Claudia, you're there. If you want to run through a few of your things, go ahead.
Okay,
Not that we have a lot. We only bring 10 pieces.
Okay, so the first piece was the Princess House perfume bottle. And that one was, and it's crystal, lead crystal. Still has its sticker. That was $20, number 19. Here is the sticker on the back. It says Princess House, Czech Republic. Had that beautiful flower detail. Then I had the blue optic glass bowl. And I know somebody put in that maybe it was Arca Rock. It is not, because they mark all of their pieces. That's what I eat off of every day, and that it is not Arca Rock. Or the other one. There were 2 that were made in France. But it's not. And that was $9, number 3, for the blue optic bowl. Then I had this gorgeous, which we couldn't identify, blue opalescent, very shallow bowl. $10, number 10. And then the super pretty, maybe hazel atlas teardrop pattern, because it's got all of the hobnail but they're not pointy like Fenton hobnail. So it's got all these round hobnail, but then it had these teardrop or drop patterns in there. Little feet, had these 4 little feet, and it was $8 number 1.
And you got Rebecca for number 10. Some reason it popped up on my computer faster than it did here. Okay. So I had from the beginning, I had the cobalt blue vase. This is just sticker residue that my undo, I swear, is supposed to be Amazon promises it's going to be here tomorrow so I can get that off. The soap and water didn't work. Oh, and you got Yippee-I-O for number 1. It is highly polished bottom. It did have its original sticker. It is impossible to read, but I am leaning towards this is an Italian piece of glass. It is gorgeous in its color, 6 inches tall, pretty little vase. It'll be $20, number 94 on this piece. And then I had the little Boyd's Candy military cap in the clear. This is more, I'm going to say more like Army, but it could just be celebrating all of the forces. It's probably some kind of celebratory piece. It has the eagle and the buttons. And it does fit a team.
Love that.
Nice. It's just cute. It was just different, and I thought it was cute. So this guy here is $10, number 81. You don't come across these. You see the animals, the trains. The trains are very popular. See those a lot. I've never seen a cat. Royal Copenhagen. Didn't know they made it. Royal Copenhagen crystal. Once again, this is the sticker residue. I will get that off. Nice little ding to it. Really nice thick piece of glass. Looks like a tulip. Reminds me of a tulip. This was $16, number 90 on that one. I don't know if it glows. I didn't check that, Helen. Let me go and check. Let's see. Because it is a little off color, isn't it? I don't think it glows. Maybe if I was in a super dark room, but it doesn't glow. That's a bummer. That'd be cool if it glowed. Let's see. I had the Anna Hut West German crystal, 24% lead crystal bowl. The cuts on this are absolutely gorgeous. I almost dropped it too. It's 5.5 inches across with beautiful curly cube feet. I've gotten better about not dropping things, so that would be nice.
Yeah, especially since you're doing a glass sale once a week.
Death grip on my stuff. So the really pretty 24% lead crystal bowl from West Germany would be $22, number 85 on that one. Boyd cap, angel green. Got you. Thank you for specifying because that really helps. Let me just jot it down. Thank you, Kaz. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you,
I've got
Kaz.
the Astoria coin double handle. I love the unusual handle on this. It's kind of jaggedy, weird. It's neat. So this is a Fostoria coin, nappy dish, lemon dish. You do what you want with it. $12, number 99 on that one. And I'll just show the peach because everything else I think you all saw. So I've got the little soft satin. It is a peachy. It's a very soft peach color. The stem is slightly tinged green with the leaf. No condition issues, and yes, somebody does need to make that a t-shirt. It'll be $8, number 82. $8, number 82 on that. So let me bring.
And if you guys missed it, I will not be invoicing until the weekend, unless you need something sooner. If you need something sooner, feel free to shoot me an email, and I will do my best to get that out to you. But I have a mystery box sale tonight on Helen's channel, New England Thrifter. I have my regular Wednesday morning sale and my Thursday evening spring cleaning sale. Everything starts at $5. You won't want to miss that on my channel.
Yes, I will be invoicing Wednesday after my sale tomorrow night at 6:30. It's a wild card sale, husband and wife thing. I'm going to have John on from Viking Treasure Hoard, and it's going to be a little bit of everything. Clearance, some new stuff, some artwork stuff. Like, we'll just see what hits the fan and maybe something will stick. Because it was not what I had planned for tomorrow at all. So I had to kind of throw something together last minute. So that's fine. We'll pull out that little blue light special. Maybe that'll be, it's noisy too. So make sure you tune into that 6:30 Eastern right here on my channel. And if you haven't subscribed to Miss Claudia, please do. She also has an Instagram channel. You can follow her there, same name. Me too. I have an Instagram channel, same name.
And if you haven't subscribed to Nikki, she's this close to 400, guys. This close. You're on her channel right now. Just hit the button.
Well, if you've been talking, you've hit the button already. If you haven't been talking, please hit that button. When we appreciate the lurkers. I lurked for months.
Me too.
Before I got the, hit the fan, something might stick. I have been, and my fingers will stick is what happened. I'll lose them all too. They'll go like this. I lurked for months and months and months. So I got the courage just to go, hello.
I know. I was like, I can talk to people.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. What would I say?
So if you guys are shy out there, and we just appreciate when people come and hang out with us, buying or not buying, it's great. It's a great way we're learning stuff, because by doing this, I'm learning stuff that I didn't know.
Me too. Yep.
By doing some research, which is really, really great, because it's more than just Google Lens. Like, people just like, Google Lens is more than Google Lens. There's books, sometimes you have to literally type in what the thing looks like and the color of it to get it to, and you're like, oh, look, there it is. So it's very nice. And next week, Claudia is going to be teaching us about bottles.
Yes, bottles. Guys, look at this one.
That's my favorite one. I love
it's a liquor bottle from Spain.
I love it.
And then I have this one. World's Fair bottle.
That's awesome.
1939. It's filthy. I haven't washed it yet. So yes, bottles are next week. And probably not going to be talking about perfume bottles much, because that I think is its own whole category.
Oh,
so we'll go over soda bottles a bit, medicinal bottles, and then alcohol bottles. I think is what I've narrowed it down to. Yeah,
because Avon has its own little thing of bottles, and then there's household glass bottles. Like, I saw a Clorox amber bottle that was like this.
Really?
Huge. It was like a 5-gallon thing of Clorox. And I'm like, well, I'm not shipping that. That's not going anywhere. So I'm just going to sit there and look at it. It looks pretty where it is. It can stay there. But the lady was telling me, she said it was filthy when she found it and she cleaned it. And she says, I just kind of like it sitting there. Ooh, I don't know what Galaxy bottles are.
Are those the ones with the flavored, the very cool looking? I think Misty has sold some.
Has she? I'm going to have to look it up now.
Hunter.
Write it down.
So let me add household bottles to my
because I picked up a weird one.
It'll just be like an overview. It's not going to be in depth, because it's a lot of different categories.
There are a lot of different bottles. There are. I think
tiny little overview.
Our medicine bottles and liquor bottles are probably the two, or then soda bottles are probably the ones that most people know.
Yeah, that's why I picked soda bottles, liquor bottles, and medicinal bottles. But I can touch on household bottles too.
Yeah. Anybody got any suggestions for the following weeks? Things you'd like to learn about, and things we can keep an eye out for? You can drop it in the chat and let us know now. You can email us and say, hey guys, this or that. Or if you think of it later and you see us in the chat, hey, I thought of something. I want to know about it.
I'm always sitting right there with my pen and paper.
Yeah, me too. Hey, Tracy. Yes, it's a BYOB. Bring your own bottle. It can have anything in it. I'm not going to judge. Absolutely.
Or if you guys come across something very cool that is glass, tag us on Instagram and say, guys, do you know what this is? Can we talk about this in the future? We'll do that too. So
Yep. Liquor bottle, liquor bottles. Liquor, I don't even know her. Sorry.
That was inappropriate, Missy.
I know. John popped out of my mouth. That was him. It was a ventriloquism. That's usually his thing, not mine. Sorry. Yeah, liquor. I have. This might be up for sale next week. I got a German beer bottle.
That's fantastic.
He's cool. He's pretty cool. And I bought from Claudia 2 different Figaro cat bottles that were wine bottles that I love.
See, I've got this whiskey bottle that was made by the Ball Company.
That's awesome.
You thought they just made canning jars.
And technically, the Ball Company, because I found, and I was like, it was meant to be. I found this weekend when I was out sourcing, so it's from '99. But they did say that canning jars, believe it or not, are considered glass bottle collecting too. Go figure. It's listed underneath there. There's
I
one. There's
knew
one
some
jar
of
I
the
want.
canning jars were worth some money,
Yeah,
but
and they have glass on the inside too. When you take the lid off, they have milk glass in them sometimes, which is cool.
really,
Yeah.
there are uranium canning jars. I've never come across one, but it would go into my collection if I did.
Yes. Oh my God, a torpedo bottle? No, now I want a torpedo bottle. It's bad enough that I'm looking through this book and I found a we could do that. We can look at stoneware jars.
That's not really glass, though.
It's not really glass, but I mean, jars and the stoneware jars are different, like crocks, like cheese crocks. I see those a lot because I don't live that far from Pennsylvania, so I do see those kinds of things a lot. I think that's what you mean. I'm not 100% sure. Mr. Redmond, how are you doing? There was a bottle I found in that book that I want, and of course, I have expensive taste, so it's like a $2,000 bottle. It's a cobalt blue skull that's a poison bottle, and it says poison on it. I mean, it has to be from like the Victorian era.
Oh,
Oh, you would
wow.
think I'd be happy, and I'm gonna try to pick it up and bring it. It's just sitting in my booth. I have a Victorian milk glass Barber bottle that I should just go grab and bring just to show off because it's pretty. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
So yeah, just let us know, guys, if there's anything else to do with glass. We can go through glass. We can, I don't know if we did mid-century glass. We could always do that. That's kind of an easy. That's an easy one.
That's my
It's kind of
jam, mid-century
yeah,
glass.
it's like a softball
That's
pitch,
really easy.
Glass through the years. Foreign beer jars.
Yeah,
Oh
foreign
yeah,
beer jars are fun.
they're awesome. Yeah, they are. Oh, I gotta look up that too. All right, I'm writing down torpedo bottles because now I got to see this stuff.
Yeah, I haven't.
Gotta
So
check
fun.
them out.
Well, this World's Fair bottle, I was
That's
just
awesome. From the 30s. That's
and it glows.
oh no, it doesn't. That's awesome.
Bright
Oh,
green.
so you know what? These are all. This is bottles are kind of the oddities too of the glass world. I feel because they're all different places and shapes and colors and companies, and some of them are really funky looking, and so I feel like they're the oddities. So
I
definitely
love the little inkwell bottles.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, there's just so many. It's such a broad topic, so I'll just cover a tiny little bit of it. But yeah.
Yeah, I do come across those quite a bit too. But we're hitting that almost hour and a half mark. So we're going to let y'all thank you for spending your lunch with us, by the way. Thank you for hanging out and still chit-chatting with us at this point in time. We appreciate it. We try to keep this one short for people who actually literally watch us on their lunch hour. We do.
Hope the rest of your Monday goes well, and you catch me again tonight on New England Thrifter's channel at 7 p.m.
Thank you very much, guys, for hanging out. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.